Welcome to this week's Resistance Download, Blinders. Now obviously, that's why I have this on, as just a simple visual reminder of the fact that the Bible actually challenges us to have blinders in some areas. Not that we're blind to what's around us and blind to what God has for us, but that we're blind to things that could damage our faith. I know this kind of came above my attention recently when I was just contemplating some of the things that I allow to myself to watch, or the things that I read, or the music I listen to, and just my environment. And I was just reminded that the truth is, the things that I allow myself to see, the things I allow myself to take in through the portal of my eyes, often have an effect on the way that I live. And that God really wants to challenge us to be careful about the things that we put into our life and to essentially put on blinders to things that could distract us. There's a great verse that really encouraged me. It's found in Psalms 101 verse 3, and it says, "I will not set before my eyes anything that is worthless." I will not set before my eyes anything that is worthless. And there's another verse found in Isaiah chapter 26 verse 3 that says, "You will keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on you." Because why? Because he trusts in you. And the truth is that whatever we feed tends to grow, doesn't it? Whatever we allow ourselves to focus on tends to become a priority for us. And I really want to encourage you in your relationship with Christ, as a follower of Jesus, as a disciple, that you and I have to choose each day, what are we going to eat? Are we going to eat things that build us up in our relationship with God and our spiritual walk with God? Or are we going to eat things that just simply are either neutral, don't really have an effect, or things that feed our flesh, or feed things that are contrary to what God has for us? Now, yes, there's entertainment, and yes, there's fun things we can go out and do with friends, but we have to make sure that things we watch and the things that we take in aren't having an adverse effect on us. And we need to evaluate how much time do we spend doing those versus how much time do we spend in what God has called us to. Because really the reality is these challenges, don't put anything worthless before you, but instead stay your mind on Christ, stay your mind on God, and you'll have a perfect peace which is going to transcend your understanding. It's going to guard your heart and enable you to be effective for God. So if you're maybe battling some things lately of, man, I'm struggling to really serve what God has for me, or there's some areas that I really know He's wanting to work on, I want you to take a 1-week challenge where for 1 week you don't put anything in front of yourself other than what you know God would be pleased with. And see what happens within that week, how maybe your mindset changes, your attitude, or the way that you perceive things. It's not a legalistic thing, it's just really honestly a wisdom issue of a way that you can really grow and find deeper intimacy with God and learn to overcome some of the bumps and hurdles that sometimes life throws our way. So I want you to just think about that this week. Take that challenge and let's see what God might do together as you and I both choose to not put anything worthless before our eyes, but to stay our minds on God, to trust in Him, because He's got a purpose and a plan for our life. I love you and believe in you. Have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Don't forget to put your blinders on.
Rolling.
Take number 1, blinders. Welcome to this week's Resistance Download. The topic is blinders. Now, obviously, I'm wearing this as a just simple example that when you have blinders on, it's hard to see.